tailgate to the end zones, and you gotta think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a team from the American, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Man, what makes this offense so difficult to defend is they've got receivers that have speed and that can separate. On the first drive of the game, they found a soft spot in the middle of the field, and they took advantage.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. They'll run it from the gun. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Blue Devils moving quickly to the line.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, and this time facing third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, he makes the catch. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
So now on comes the field goal. Oh, they tricked him. It's a fake. He wants to throw. And it's complete. And they'll get the ball back, stopping him short of the first down.
And a lot of times you see something you want to take advantage of, but the defense did an unbelievable job. Almost like they were playing for the fake, sat on it, read it beautifully, and forced the turnover on downs.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. He's going to take a shot right away. Soft spot in the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. From the gun, give on the inside. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that was an easy call for the referees.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Rushes on him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, in a situation like that where it's third and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
Punt is on its way.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football, they are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
This drive will open from the 15. Pulled and finds his man on the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His toughness is going to get tested.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. He'll set up to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sidelines and keep him in bounds. What a 1-yard gain.
Punt is in the air. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. On the move, it's Smothers. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Makes the catch, it's Rodgers. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Yeah, and third and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass it. The defense did a really good job playing the pass, and fourth down now, it's decision time for you.
They booted away on fourth down. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And some room to work. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire right when the ball...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got an open man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. He's got his man. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. And the Blue Devils in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, 1st half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina State. offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Tennessee looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over the field like Smokey. Pre-game. They're up 14 over UAB. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense. And the ball is free on the pitch. Bounced right back to them.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped them.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Leaves it with the running back.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting the tackle for loss.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Safe completion on the screen. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. He may keep that punt rush honest after completing a pass earlier. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking to throw on 1st down. They go to the wide receiver screen. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. NC State quick to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Set.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Trying to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Snap in the shotgun. Finds his back in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Blue Devils are in the hurry-up. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Release to the back. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
They've yet to convert on 4th down, though not for lack of trying. 0 for 3 so far. Let's see if they can get it done this time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Bailey. And wings it incomplete. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Smothers. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains, it's at the 37. NC State with a 1st and 10 here.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Just feeds the running back. There he goes. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Using his feet. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Blue Devils headed quickly to the line.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll try to get it through the air. They'll run the screen. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. A lot of urgency for this offense. To the air on second down. A strike downfield. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, Blue Devils! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Electrifies the stadium, quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Mississippi State is putting on a show offensively. It feels like they've been ringing those cowbells all game. They're up by 23 over Northern Illinois. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Throws to the back. Caught. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line. To the air on first down. It's complete on the right side. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Blue Devils will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Big fella moving. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Takes the handoff. It smothers. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Anderson. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
The give from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle it down. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. This time he's got it. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
So now it's second and long. Wants to throw again. Pucks it out of the air.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Now from inside the red zone. Fires to the tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anthony. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Wide receiver comes in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play.
Let's go. Right.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got him downfield. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth.
Open field on the right. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. Quick strike through the air for the score.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
NC State 38, Duke 28.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quick completion to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Quickly out to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Smothers. There he goes. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Inside the 30. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this is one of those where you go, oof, you start to breathe a little deeper. Well, you felt really, really comfortable having the big lead to +2 possessions in the 4th quarter, but now you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Touchdown, NC State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet stick. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. offense heads back out onto the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They'll go back to the air on second down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On third down, he drops to throw. Back open in the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Blue Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. This guy's having a game that feels like half a season for some. He's over 450 yards.
And he is so dialed in with his offensive coordinator and play caller with what they want to do and how they want to attack this defense. It seems like every single snap, he's read the coverage. He knows exactly where to go with the ball.
Wants to fire on second down. Out of the backfield, he's open. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Looking to throw on first down. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Running back is able to snag the football, but that foot is on the white lines, out of bounds and incomplete. It's third down.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on third and goal. Motion from the wideout. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Here's the heat. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Liberty is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over James Madison. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They want that clock to run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. They'll move the tight end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, NC State.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to get the edge on the right. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They're going to run it to the right. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down.
Now, a 4th down.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out.